That shampoo you used this morning contains chemicals that never leave your body. Independent laboratory testing reveals PFAS, so-called forever chemicals, lurking in some of Australia's most trusted shampoo brands. These harmful compounds accumulate in your blood and tissues after every wash, building up over years and staying in your system for decades. We're about to count down 10 popular shampoos sold nationwide that contain dangerous levels of PFAS, exposing the hidden risks threatening your health. Let's begin with number 10. In the 10th place, Aussie Miracle Moist stands out for all the wrong reasons. Laboratory analysis detected 14.7 micrograms per kilogram of PFAS in this shampoo, making it the most contaminated product tested in the countdown. Marketed with the tagline Miracle Moist and sold for just $7.99 at Coles and Woolworths, it targets families seeking budget-friendly hydration. The branding leans heavily on images of Australian-grown ingredients and natural botanicals, yet import records trace a key surfactant PFOS-based FC8S directly from overseas suppliers into the local formulation. That same chemical, identified by mass spectrometry in the final product, is a known long-chain PFAS with a half-life of years in the human body. Every wash under a hot shower delivers these persistent compounds through the scalp's thin barrier, allowing them to enter the bloodstream and accumulate in tissues. Despite the low price and familiar supermarket shelf placement, this so-called miracle leaves behind a toxic legacy, especially for children and lower-income families who trust the patriotic branding. Aussie Miracle Moist sets a dangerous baseline for PFAS exposure in Australian homes, hiding its chemical risk behind a promise of gentle, affordable care. Number 9. OGX Nourishing Coconut Milk sells a promise of tropical luxury and hair transformation, but beneath the coconut scent lies a chemical hazard. Independent laboratory analysis detected 8 micrograms per kilogram of perfluorohexanesulfonic acid, PFHXS, in this shampoo, a dangerous forever chemical from the PFAS family. At a retail price of $22 and stocked at Mecca and David Jones, OGX positions itself as a premium, sulfate-free alternative for consumers seeking salon results at home. The branding leans on words like nourishing, gentle, and exotic oils, yet the synthetic fragrance blend contains PFAS that are invisible on the ingredient label and absent from any safety warning. The lab's UHPLC MSMS Congena profile identified PFHXS as a hidden additive, likely included to help create the creamy lather and silky afterfeel that OGX is known for. These compounds are not washed away with the foam. Instead, they penetrate the scalp's thin barrier, especially when used under hot water, and accumulate in blood and tissues with every wash. The risk is not limited to budget shoppers. OGX's higher price and boutique shelf position lure health-conscious buyers who may believe sulfate-free means chemical-free. In reality, the premium scent and texture come at a toxic cost, and the lack of mandatory PFAS disclosure keeps consumers in the dark. OGX Nourishing Coconut Milk exposes how even high-end brands marketed as safe and gentle can contribute to lifelong PFAS buildup, shifting the risk narrative from budget to boutique and proving that luxury does not guarantee safety. 8th place, Herbal Essences Bio. Renew markets itself as a botanical escape, promising gentle care with plant-based ingredients. Yet independent laboratory testing uncovered 7.2 micrograms per kilogram of PFBS, a short-chain PFAS compound hidden in its formula. Sold for $8.80 across Coles and Woolworths, this shampoo targets shoppers seeking a natural, eco-friendly experience, especially women and teenagers drawn to its herbal branding and soft focus imagery. The presence of PFBS is linked to a fluorinated soft focus agent designed to give hair a silky, weightless finish. While the label highlights aloe and antioxidants, none of the packaging warns of persistent chemicals that can cross the scalp barrier and enter the bloodstream. PFBS, though shorter-lived than older PFAS, still accumulates in tissues over time, posing risks to the immune system and thyroid function. The green, nature-inspired marketing conceals a chemical reality. Being labelled herbal or bio does not guarantee freedom from toxic, bioaccumulative substances. Herbal essences, BioRenew exposes how even mainstream supermarket options, dressed in natural claims, can carry hidden dangers that undermine consumer trust and health. Number 7, L'Oréal Paris Elvive Extraordinary Oil commands the prestige of a salon-grade formula, yet independent laboratory analysis uncovered a harsh truth beneath the luxury packaging. Testing revealed 13.5 micrograms per kilogram of PFAS, specifically residues linked to a PFOS-derived emulsifier sourced from the chemical supplier Fluorochem. Despite a price tag of $32 and exclusive placement at Mecca and David Jones, this so-called extraordinary oil delivers a hidden payload of forever chemicals with every wash. The formula's silky glide and high shine finish rely on fluorinated emulsifiers that stabilize the oil phase, creating the smooth texture and weightless feel that define premium hair care. But these same compounds are engineered to resist breakdown, clinging to scalp and hair even under hot water. The scalp's thin barrier and dense blood supply accelerate absorption, allowing PFAS to enter the bloodstream and accumulate in tissues over time. L'Oréal's branding promises salon-quality results and indulgent self-care, yet the absence of PFAS disclosure on the label leaves even the most discerning shoppers in the dark. The escalation in price does not buy safety, just a more sophisticated delivery of persistent chemicals. For consumers drawn to luxury and performance, the risk is clear. Premium does not mean pure, and the allure of extraordinary oil masks a very ordinary chemical hazard that builds up with every shower. Number 6. Sunsilk Soft and Smooth lines the shelves of every major supermarket in Australia, priced at $8.20, and marketed as a gentle, affordable option for families chasing that silky hair feel. But independent laboratory analysis paints a different picture. Testing revealed 8.1 micrograms per kilogram of PFAS in the formula, specifically residues of perfluorohexanesulfonic acid, or PFHXS, a conditioning polymer designed to coat each strand for added softness and shine. This compound does more than smooth frizz. It creates a persistent film that clings to hair and scalp, resisting rinse off and increasing the chance of absorption through the skin, especially during hot showers, when the scalp barrier is at its weakest. Sunsilk's branding leans on words like soft, smooth, and nourishing oils, but nowhere on the bottle does it mention PFAS or alert shoppers to the presence of these bioaccumulative chemicals. For lower-income households and busy families who trust supermarket staples, the risk is hidden in plain sight. Daily use means repeated exposure, and the budget price point makes this product a staple in homes that can least afford long-term health consequences. Sunsilk Soft and Smooth exposes a troubling reality. Even mass-market, supposedly gentle shampoos can deliver a steady dose of forever chemicals, quietly building up in blood and tissues with every wash. Number 5. Tresemmé Keratin Smooth positions itself as a professional-grade solution for sleek, frizz-free hair. But independent laboratory analysis exposes a hidden risk beneath the salon promise. Testing revealed 11.9 micrograms per kilogram of PFAS in this formula, levels that rival the most contaminated premium brands on the market. Sold for $24.95 at major department stores and specialty chemists, Tresemmé Keratin Smooth targets women seeking salon results at home, using the language of keratin therapy and smoothing technology to justify its higher price. But the coveted keratin-like slip and lasting smoothness are not due to natural proteins. Instead, the formula relies on a PFOS-based surfactant engineered to mimic the feel of real keratin. This chemical shortcut delivers the signature glide and anti-frizz effect, but also enables PFAS to bond tightly to hair and scalp, resisting rinse-off even under hot water. With every wash, these persistent compounds penetrate the scalp's thin barrier, enter the bloodstream, and begin to accumulate in tissues. Effects intensify with daily use and heat styling. The absence of any PFAS disclosure on the label leaves consumers unaware that the professional finish comes at a toxic price. Tresemmé Keratin Smooth reveals how the allure of salon performance and scientific-sounding claims can mask a chemical hazard, shifting the risk from budget shelves to the premium aisle and putting health-conscious shoppers in harm's way. Number 4. Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine markets itself as a breakthrough for smooth, healthy hair, boasting a silicone-free formula that appeals to teenagers and young adults chasing the latest clean beauty trend. But independent laboratory analysis reveals a hidden danger beneath the promise of purity. Testing detected 9.8 micrograms per kilogram of PFAS, specifically a low-viscosity PFHXS-based smoothing agent, in bottles purchased from major supermarkets across Australia. The removal of silicones, once criticised for weighing hair down, has not led to safer ingredients. Instead, the formula relies on a fluorinated alternative that delivers the same glossy, frizz-free finish. These PFAS compounds are engineered to coat each strand, creating a lasting sleekness that resists humidity and washing. Yet their chemical stability means they do not break down, and with every hot shower they penetrate the scalp's thin barrier, entering the bloodstream and building up in tissues over time. The branding emphasizes clean, natural, and free from heavy residues. But nowhere does it mention the presence of persistent bioaccumulative chemicals. At a price point of $8.49, this shampoo is accessible to a wide youth market, spreading exposure across a generation that believes it is making healthier choices. Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine exposes the false comfort of silicone-free claims, revealing how one chemical family has simply been swapped for another, and reminding consumers that absence of silicones does not mean freedom from toxic risk. Coming to the top 3, Dove Nutritive Solutions Daily Moisture stands as a trusted staple in Australian homes, promoted as a gentle, family-friendly option. Sold for $7.50 at Coles, Woolworths and national pharmacies, it's a go-to for parents seeking safe, everyday care for children and adults alike. But independent laboratory testing reveals a hidden risk. 4.6 micrograms per kilogram of PFAS were detected in the formula. While this is the lowest concentration among the brands tested, Dove's massive reach means its impact is widespread. Millions of Australians are exposed to these chemicals with every wash. The formula's signature silky feel comes from a proprietary Fluoro Moisture TM additive, a film-forming compound linked to PFOS derivatives. This ingredient creates the soft, hydrated finish Dove is known for, coating each hair strand and scalp with a persistent layer that resists rinsing, especially under hot shower conditions. The scalp's thin barrier and rich blood supply allow these PFAS molecules to slip beneath the surface, entering the bloodstream and accumulating in tissues over time. Dove's branding as a gentle, hypoallergenic choice for sensitive skin masks the reality that even so-called safe products can deliver a dose of forever chemicals. The absence of PFAS from the ingredient label, combined with the company's marketing of trust and purity, leaves families unaware of the risk. For households that use Dove daily, often on children and those with delicate skin, the cumulative exposure adds up, quietly building a lifelong chemical burden. The betrayal of parental trust is profound. The very product chosen for its gentleness is contributing to a hidden, permanent accumulation of toxic compounds. Dove Nutritive Solutions. Daily Moisture proves that no brand, no matter how familiar or gentle its image, is exempt from the danger of PFAS contamination. Number 2. Head & Shoulders. Classic Clean is trusted by millions of Australians as the gold standard for clinical dandruff control. Sold for $7.99 at Coles, Woolworths and chemists nationwide, it dominates the anti-dandruff market with a 25% national share, reaching families, men and anyone seeking medical-grade scalp care. But independent laboratory analysis has shattered the illusion of safety. Testing revealed 12.4 micrograms per kilogram of PFAS in the Classic Clean formula, one of the highest levels detected among all major brands. The key culprit is a PFOS-based polymer, engineered for its water-repellent, anti-flake properties. This chemical is not just a minor additive, it is central to the shampoo's performance, forming a slick, persistent film on the scalp and hair that repels flakes and moisture alike. The PFAS polymer is designed to resist breakdown, clinging tightly to hair and scalp even after repeated rinsing under hot water. During a typical shower, the scalp's thin barrier and dense capillary network allow these molecules to slip beneath the surface, entering the bloodstream and accumulating in tissues with every wash. Over time, these persistent compounds build up, never breaking down, and contribute to a lifelong body burden linked to cancer, immune dysfunction, and hormone disruption. Head & Shoulders markets itself as a clinical, family-safe solution. Its blue and white bottles evoke trust, hygiene, and scientific rigor. Yet nowhere on the label is there a warning about PFAS, and the product's medical reputation masks the reality of chemical risk. The absence of mandatory disclosure means consumers seeking relief from dandruff are unwittingly exposing themselves and their families to toxic, bioaccumulative substances. The very formula trusted for scalp health is delivering a hidden dose of forever chemicals with every use. Head & Shoulders. Classic Clean stands as a stark warning. Even the most familiar, scientifically endorsed products can harbour invisible dangers, and the promise of clinical care does not guarantee true safety. And finally, in first place, Pantene Pro-V Daily Moisture Renewal stands as the single most urgent threat among Australian shampoos. With a 30% unit share, this product is the nation's top seller, found in nearly every supermarket, pharmacy, and bathroom cabinet. Priced at $8.49 and endorsed by stylists as a professional-grade daily shampoo, Pantene Pro-V reaches families across every demographic: women, men, children, and especially households seeking affordable, reliable hair care. But independent laboratory testing has revealed a troubling secret. 9.8 micrograms per kilogram of PFAS were detected in every bottle tested. These persistent chemicals are not accidental contaminants. They are engineered into Pantene's signature Moisture Lock TM conditioner system, a chemistry designed to deliver the silky, hydrated feel that has made the brand famous. The PFHXS-based compound acts as a film-forming agent, coating each strand and scalp surface to create a lasting softness that resists rinsing, even under hot water. This effect, marketed as science-driven moisture technology, is in fact a delivery system for forever chemicals that cross the scalp's thin barrier and enter the bloodstream with every wash. The scalp, rich in capillaries and hair follicles, accelerates PFAS absorption, especially when exposed to the heat and steam of a typical Australian shower. Every family member, from young children to older adults, absorbs a dose of these bioaccumulative toxins each time they lather up. Pantene's advertising leans heavily on professional endorsements, clinical claims, and promises of hair health, yet nowhere on the packaging or in public statements does the brand disclose the presence of PFAS. The absence of ingredient transparency is no accident. Australia's current regulations do not require manufacturers to list PFAS or warn consumers about their risks. The result is a hidden chronic exposure that builds up in blood and tissues over years, never breaking down, and raising the risk of cancer, immune suppression, and hormone disruption. The scale of Pantene's market penetration transforms a mid-range PFAS concentration into the single largest source of population-level exposure. Millions of Australians, trusting the familiar gold bottle for daily care, are unwittingly accumulating a chemical burden that will persist for decades. The professional image and affordable price make Pantene Pro-V Daily Moisture Renewal the most dangerous shampoo on Australian shelves, not because it contains the highest PFAS level, but because its reach is unmatched and its risk is multiplied across the entire community. The evidence is clear. Stopping use of Pantene Pro-V is the most effective single step Australians can take to reduce lifelong PFAS accumulation. Only immediate action, switching to verified PFAS-free alternatives, can halt the silent, invisible buildup of these toxic compounds. The time to act is now. Across all 10 brands, one alarming pattern emerges. PFAS forever chemicals pervade even the most trusted Australian shampoos, regardless of marketing or price. Every wash silently adds to decades of irreversible chemical buildup in our bodies without warning or disclosure. Until regulations catch up, real consumer safety depends on vigilance and immediate action. Protect your health. Choose safer alternatives now.